Heard it. Hello everyone. Welcome back to InfDev And Yap. Please sit back, relax, and grab a snack. And if it's cold, go on and grab a blanket. Put me on the second monitor, and let's roll right in. So, currently we're gonna get a little started while I have my tea brewing. I have my tea bag inside of there. I wasn't feeling coffee today. I wanted something sweet, but I wasn't like feeling chocolate, because you sometimes just don't really feel it. Alright, so if we head out over through here, alright, something feels like, how many times are we gonna have to deal with that? I have no idea how many times I'm gonna have to deal with that, but like, let's see here. We don't exactly need that. So some of the things that I've done, right, is I feel like something was reset. I have a feeling something was reset along the way, right? Whenever I went to make a backup. So as you can see right here, this right here is our quarry. But if we head over through here, I should probably remove that. But yeah, if we head all the way over through here, we should find our main area, which is, we should be able to find our main spawn area, which I do have, like, the main part of it, already plotted. I already have, like, the main part of it plotted out in my head. But, like, I might actually end up work on everything in a second. Hey, punch. Okay. It doesn't seem like anything's missing. Yeah, nothing's missing. Alright, we should probably attempt to fix this a little. We could try and fix this a little. The amount of pigs here are driving me crazy. I think we might have to, well, make ourselves some more shovels as well. Especially when we start getting a lot more stuff along as well. Let me grab as many of these as I can. That's we're gonna be needing a few shovels because spades are going to be a huge part of this project. Alright, if we... I'll fight you. Sorry about that. Sorry about that one. It's like, I literally just got up like about, I think, 2 hours ago, and my brain is just like, and for some reason my brain just like went into immediate like attack mode, like, and I'm like, it's not worth the durability of your tools. I'm wondering if like I could like have like a building also inspired off of like like, oh my gosh, like I've had an idea. Like I kind of want to like make districts of this town and city, each district having their own like theme essentially, right? Like one theme based off of German architecture. Like we can have one that is purely like we obviously can have England architecture somewhere. We can have one based off of like French architecture, like all the types of architecture. I was also thinking of maybe even like old Russian architecture as well. However, as of right now, I'd have to like actually look at the architecture to see how I could pull something like that off. Because I'm still not sure which one I would at which point I would do. Not unless like they have like. Honestly, like, I could just do, like, entirely brutalist, but, like, I'm not a huge fan of brutalist. It's just kind of not my thing. Though, yet again, like, sometimes there's, like, a lot of, like, different architectures and such. Like, imagine, like, Viking-style architecture in one district. Like, it would, like, there's a lot of cool things I could do with that. I'd have to like remaster that shipbuilding though, cause my shipbuilding is not on par yet. I haven't built a ship. I haven't built like an actual like ship in ages. So that's why that one kind of turned out pretty bad. In comparison to like whenever I was like a kid, whenever I used to build ships all the time. Like it would be like, I mean, like I could have part of this be up here, but like I don't want it to be like a too high up here, you know, like I want it to be kind of like I just want it to be up, like I'm probably just going to go down twice more, and then once we have like 2 more down, then that's where I'm gonna start all of that, which then I'm gonna like start this area as the town hall, right? And we can go up and down from here, use it. There we go. Alright, there we go. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing with that hole quite yet. Oh, yeah, it's just getting dark. Okay. Oh, that does look really nice from up here. Well, not up here, from over here. Like, I do think, like, that area looks, like, super fun from over here. Like, it's like, wow. It doesn't match the rest of the terrain, but it jars you, and it sends you over there because, like, looks like a point of interest, weirdly enough. Like, it looks like it looks like almost like it's, Did you just, like, respawn your wool just randomly? I've never seen that before. I don't think I've actually ever seen that before. Okay, so now we just need to, I'll start removing stone because and then after we remove that, I'm probably just going to get, and then after we have, oh, okay, well that one broke. I mean, like, they're gonna break. I mean, like, these are gonna eventually break, but every single time, every single time they break, I just get quite upset because something with with this version, like they just do, like the final one does not drop anything. It's all like you get the same effect if you just broke it with your fist. So which is why I'm thinking I might just abandon the pickaxe after its final turn. But yeah, so what I'm planning to do for the town hall though over here, I haven't fully plotted out the town hall yet, because I just want to at least clear out all of this wood here, all the way along here at least, and at least get this top area ready to go for, because sometimes it's just better to get things ready before planning out the build. I'm probably gonna end up taking my drawing tablet and then plotting it out from there, right? And I do have an idea up front, but it's there we go. I know one thing is it's gonna seem like a waste to do this, but it's probably gonna be better because then I don't because then I can at least get all the materials from these rather than losing one block every single time. I know as much as one block isn't exactly a huge deal, but it's probably a larger deal than it needs to be. I wonder what bit of the code does that actually. Because if I can find exactly which bit of code does that, I can exactly see how they fixed it in other versions, and then maybe utilize it there. Cause I do love InfDev, right? This is probably one of my favorite versions as well, because look at this. Simple. Yeah, some people don't like how little blocks there are in this version. That's completely okay. like, yeah, I sometimes miss stone bricks, but like, weirdly enough, like, but weirdly enough, I haven't, but weirdly enough, like, weirdly enough, like, these older versions, like, remove a lot of, like, decision paralysis, right? Because it's like, okay, so I just got these to work with. I don't got much to work with, so, like, I make do with what I got. If I go like this, and we should be able to head all the way along here. You know, it'd be, oh, that torch, right? Like the way that it looks right about here, right? Kind of like how it has like that weird, that weird look there. Like, I have an idea on what I could do with that. I could do something with that, actually. Which could be like, which could be kind of like a light situation. However, I have no idea how I'm gonna do the street lamps that I want currently. Because, like, one, normally I use glowstone for them, but, like, I'm not in beta. Otherwise I would just use glowstone. I think the... I just felt my jaw roll. I think my jaw just rolled. I don't know how else to put it. Like, my jaw just, like, felt like it just, went, like, how does that, like, how do you describe that whenever your jaw just, like, moves a little from one side to the other? Like, how would you say that? I have no idea. Like, cause, like, why does my skin almost, like, glow in this version? My skin kind of, like, glows in this version, and weirdly enough, like, I don't have any, like, weird glowing effects. And we can grab all these. Alright, so if we head along here, I'm probably just not gonna worry about it too much in any way. I just realized something, that like this along here kind of like has like a little drop, and I want to like smooth out the area a little. I could also start with smoothing that out as well. It's gonna revolve me to like remove a ton of trees, which I kind of need anyways for like the lumbermill. And first of all, though, I'm gonna at least finish the main area for the town hall. We're gonna then make the area for the lumbermill. Or then we're gonna like put some decorative logs outside that like we're not gonna touch for anything. And some of them are just And we'll I was thinking of like those lumber mills that you would. I was thinking like kind of like some of those lumber mills that you like that one lumber mill that you that whenever you first go into like the first town in Skyrim you find, right? Something like that, you know? Like where they process their lumber and everything like that, like you always go there no matter whether you're a Stormcloak or whether you join the Stormcloaks or the Empire. So like which which I'm sure you know. However, like you'd go to like different parts of the world depending on you go to like a different person's house depending on it. Like one person you might have because like if you're a Stormcloak you'd end up going to the Lumbermill, while if you're a part of the Empire you'd end up in the you you'd end up in the tavern, I think. If you if for those if you've ever played Skyrim, I'm sure everybody's played Skyrim at this point. But like it's just kind of like one of those things that I've thought. I think my tea might be done as well. Yeah, my tea's far beyond done. It only takes like 3 minutes to do its thing. I'm gonna have some of my tea. That's some pretty good tea. I'm currently it's a vanilla tea, but like it is it's not a it's a really good tea, right? Like it smells sweet, but it doesn't taste very sweet, right? Like I don't know, something about it just kind of tickles my brain, and I have absolutely no idea what about it tickles it. Like comment down below like some of your favorite type of teas as well. Another thing I've noticed, right, is I've been going on and off with like my random things happening with my, which apparently Google had another data breach, refused to like it's like really it's like okay, but like you're not gonna tell which third party had the data breach. It's like this is the reason why we need to go out of the digital age, like that, or just have some other way of storing information. Like, oh my gosh, like genuinely, like but yeah, no, but yeah, like I think I was like looking at like my Ubisoft, right, and I had like 2 people signed into my Ubisoft from like 2 different parts of the world, and like just seems like they're just logged in, just kind of chilling, I guess. I mean, like if they're just there to play a couple of games and just chill, that's fine. Like you're just playing a couple of games, like. But like I was like not expecting to log into Ubisoft and seeing that. I think cause like I have like stuff like which like I have like I have a couple of Assassin's Creeds. I have a couple of Assassin's Creed games, right? On like Ubisoft. Like I think I have Valhalla, but like I got Valhalla for free, so like I haven't even played it yet. Which I mean like I could go out of my way and play it, but like I have to like fit it into my schedule. Like I have to do with like ARC and such. Like I think which like because like I've been which I've also been working on my I've also been using my video editor, right, as well, right? And suddenly I'm getting like zero sound from even DaVinci, right? I'm not even like I'm using the right audio codecs, but like there's just like there's like zero sound, like even from like the volume slider, and I'm just like, okay, why isn't there any form of thing from it, right? Like yeah, like I use KDE, right? I don't think that's a problem though. I used to use GNOME, right, as a like, however, like I only use GNOME on like laptops and such, right? Because I feel like KDE just doesn't feel right on a laptop, but GNOME just feels really good. Which, like, maybe that's just me who thinks that GNOME feels really good on a laptop. But like, yeah, like some people like GNOME, some people prefer GNOME, some people prefer KDE. Like mine's just like dependent on like what I'm using at this point at that point in time. Like I'm planning on just buying a what is that laptop called? The ThinkPad, a Lenovo ThinkPad, because like I was just gonna use it for basic office work. Really, it doesn't like I don't really plan to use it for anything like crazy in any specter. We're just gonna ignore that. Like this is how that's how it looks underneath. No, oh my gosh. Why is oh I'm at the edge of my mouse pad. I was at the edge of my mouse pad. That's why. Gotta move my controller real quick. Alright, there we go. Now we have that, we can now continue to, well, which I realized that like I might be needing a couple more shovels. What if we like chipped off this last little piece? And then we can I'm gonna have to like figure out like the whole how I'm gonna do all of this here, right? So like I might, cause like I'm gonna figure out like how I'm gonna have this all terraformed. Cause like I'm gonna need to like make a pathway all the way up here anyways. I want it to feel kind of like a smooth way up, right? All the way up to the main part of the main town hall, right? I might also make a tavern as like I might also like as soon as I smooth that out a little, right? And as soon as I smooth that out a little, right, that's gonna be just gonna involve me doing going downwards and gently sloping all of that around. It's gonna be a massive project that's gonna take quite a few episodes alone. But also eventually I'm gonna have to like get back into the quarrying as well. So I was like, I do want to get that down. Like, however, let's at least get this over here done. We'll also make the Lumbermill, right? The beach hut is kind of like where you kind of like serve your, where you can like serve drinks and such. Like there's I just thought I was just I just saw something dark and I was like, oh yeah, that's the cave. I was like, huh, what is that weird splotch of darkness? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's a cave. And which now that we're like literally at the correct height, we're gonna be able to start actually. Now that we're at the correct height, we should also be able to, well, probably gonna take these with me as well. I need more. I need another shovel. Running out of shovel. I should probably also put all of this away as well. I think a lot of the time I spend in this is just putting things away. Because like, especially like since it takes like a good few seconds to put away. So it's not like I could just like shift click it all in there. But like I'm kind of okay with not being able to shift click it, weirdly enough. Alright, we can do all of this here. Then I can throw this into here. That's 22 pieces of coal ready to go. Probably more than enough shovels. So I'm gonna... There we go. That way I can at least get that down. One thing I might do, right, is what I'm gonna do under here. So I like how, like, this is already presumably an entrance. Right, I might actually make this like an entrance, as like an underground entrance to go back up there, you know? To go up into like, as like another way in and out, right? Because like, we like multiple ways in and out of places here, and it also is, I almost said a tactical advantage. I mean, technically it is a tactical advantage, but it's also like a very practical advantage, especially like for safety. I think another thing we could do is like dig giant trenches, but like and like make like a and kind of like make like a weird like battlefield mock-up almost, like just for like, I don't know, just to like kind of like add a little something there. Like it's something that isn't quite needed there, but it's just there. Because like sometimes that's kind of the only reason you really need it there is, like, it doesn't have to fit anything. Like I don't really do theming, you know, like, or at least not too often. I just take the inspiration and I'm like, okay, well, what can I do with this? You know, like, that is so pretty. Like, there may be a little less torches on the ground, but like, after there are some less torches on the ground, I think we could probably have it looking like there is something going on. Like, there definitely looks like it's something going on. And, ooh, what if I like made like a warehouse instead of like where I stored all of this stuff from the quarry to where then it gets traveled to the masonry area and more. Oh, that would be super nice actually. That'd be such a cool idea. Like to like the blacksmith, the jeweler, etc. Like everybody like it then takes all of those and moves them ever so slowly toward, and then like we can then have them all in their own little places. I might end up like moving. I'm gonna end up moving all of my. Gonna have like my bulk storage still, but like then I'm just gonna have like my main part of my. I'm gonna end up moving even my bulk storage into that, like parts of my bulk storage, right? Gonna have like a landscaping area, right? Or like a botanist and landscaping area, kind of like almost like a two-sided, like that, or we can just have like them side by side essentially, right? Like them being two separate shops with side by side. Like the botanist can sell like the saplings to plant for trees, etc. Then eventually, like, as soon as, like, I might make this, like, the main, like, shopping district, like, the main, like, district where all the shops are, etc. Right? So, like, this is, like, the main area where, like, you have all the shops and that's it, right? Nobody lives in this area. It's just the main shops and, like, the main hall. And then throughout the world I can have, then throughout the world we can, like, I could even have like a, ooh, what if I made like a tavern, right? Oh, I'm trying to figure out where I would put a tavern though, you know, because like a tavern would be really cool to see, but I have no idea where I'd put it. My idea might be like, you see where that cave is? If I flatten that area off, I could make, like, some sort of tavern there. To, like, you can get some, you can always get something to drink, etc. But on top of that, it's, oh my gosh. Well, I just lost a piece of coal, and that upsets me. I think, some of the next bits of, is, like, we could also work on the, I think, like, probably the, which obviously we have to, like, plot everything out. I think the next one after this, after we get all of, like, we're probably gonna be able to finish this today and be able to, like, give it another set of, bit of, dirt, right? And then after we have all the dirt here, I think after that, we're going to end up building the lumber mill, right? So we can have the lumber mill here. I think, I think another thing that I've also noticed is that, like, is I need some way of like having like a garden where like there's not like sheep constantly spawning in there and ruining everything. Cause like I'm actively going insane trying to figure out how to prevent that. Cause like go underground, nope. They're there. Sheep are there. Go above ground, sheep are there. Top of the world, sheep. No matter where you go, there will be sheep. Well, it's just like, okay. It's like, I don't, well, this version kind of like makes it hard to like do any sort of farming. The only other way that I can see to prevent it is, well, water, right? Is the water itself. Then now what we can do is we can, well, start moving this all the way along here. Sure, we have all of this just along here. Then we can take this and start removing this all the way along here. We just section things off. It makes it way easier to look at. And it also, like, it does, like, it feels like it takes less time despite that actually not being the case in any sense of the way. But like it still like feels like, but it still like makes it like way easier for your brain to comprehend how much or how little you have to do here. Does anyone else do this? Like for like you kind of like, do you kind of like split it up into like different grids? You know, to like split up your work into like different grids, and then you like work on those said grids. You work on like one grid at a time, you know? I'm wondering if like I'm the only one who does that, like, cause like I don't feel like I'm the only one who does that. I don't know, it just like feels easier to digest, I guess. And now we can move this along here, and alright, so we can, now we just have to take this and split this up just by one. As you can see, like, doesn't that look way easier to look at how much you actually have compared to like how much you think that you have, you know, like, I don't know, like, I don't know what it is. But yeah, like I think one of the things I'm looking into is trying to like figure out like how, like why pipe wire is trying to be not allowing like I wonder, like, did I like disable ALSA or something? Like that's like did I like accidentally disable ALSA, or did one of my packages disappear? Like I'm trying to like figure out like what exactly happened, because all I remember is like updating my kernel, right? All I did was update my kernel last time. I could try my restore point. But like it was doing it before the restore point. So like I would try the restore point if that would help to begin with, but like it doesn't seem to be it doesn't seem to be an issue with that. It just seemed to like DaVinci just decided to like, yeah, no. Which yeah, I could go out of my way and try to. I mean, like, I probably should go out of my way and try and figure out like what exactly happened because like, can't exactly, well, because like I can't exactly like edit without it. I mean, like, I could just temporarily run with Caden, but like, which honestly, like, until like but like that still doesn't like fix the main issue here. Like I'm just like surprised that like it's not much like which like which like by the way, the reason why I'd rather not use Caden is because like I have Resolve Studio, right? Um and I'd like rather I'd rather not switch over because like listen, I have Studio. I'd rather like utilize my Studio, like utilize my license while I can, okay? Like I think like but like yeah, like my brother's been like asking me about my asking if he can borrow my Resolve license, and I'm like, dude, you already do everything else for me anyways. Like, you do my VTuber models, you do a lot of my artwork. Like, dude, I'm giving you a break, please. Let me do your video editing. Like, oh my gosh. Like, my gosh. Like, I can't have you doing everything. Like, oh yeah, oh yeah, like, Leviathan, like, he's, his channel, like, I'm sure you've probably seen his channel. Like, like, he's currently been, I think, like, currently, like, my brother's been, like, trying to, like, figure out, like, what series he wants to do, right? But, like, he wants to do kind of modded Skyblock, right? We went to record it again, and suddenly, Meta changed something with the headsets again. Because of course they can't just leave the quest alone. Like, give me one reason to. It's like, oh my gosh. It's like, why can't you just leave the quest alone? Like, just leave the quest alone. Like, you're not, like, it's so frustrating. It's like, what did you change this time? It's like, it's so annoying. Which is kind of the reason why I'm gonna end up just getting the Steam frame. Right, and so I don't have to deal with that ever again. Because that genuinely just is frustrating. Like, which is like, which if you're probably just like, wait, why are we doing it in VR? The reason for it being in VR is because like, I see almost like 0 Skyblocks made in VR. See like 0 of them. Like, okay, like I could see like fear of heights being the issue as well. So like, we'll probably end up like I'm not even joking you. It's like I would like for those of you who want to do something like that, don't. I'm just gonna outright say don't. Spare all of your migraines on something else. I'm gonna tell you that. Just spare every last bit of migraine you get on something else. Because like it's not worth it. It's not worth the migraines you get from it. Like I think which my whole thought is just like my whole thought about it was just like, oh, yeah, this is unique. Let's like technically you can't really breach the whole subject about what it is, like, and no, we're not using like Vivecraft either, so like I think we're like working on like working with like a whole nother mod, right? Because like I've noticed that it has like way easier compatibility with a bunch of other things. Which I mean, like, I guess is gonna be its own thing. It also works well whenever like you've like, I mean, like the one that we're using also works with TFC on 1.20.1. I know a lot of people are like, oh, just go to 1.21.1. No, no, I cannot work with that version. Every single time, I do not know how to debug Neoforge. Thank you. And that's literally what I say every time somebody tells me to just use 1.21.1 Neoforge, and I'm like, that's my entire response is, I do not know how to debug Neoforge and I refuse to learn. Thank you. That's just kind of been like how that's going. Like, I mean, like, which like, I say this as like my main the main part of my main forever modded mod pack is just kind of like, it's just kind of its own thing, right? It's like, I believe like it's currently using Cleanroom MC, which is really nice, by the way. Like, it's it is much quicker than a lot of things. And I've also got it working with like 6 gigs of RAM, by the way, or at least the current version that we have. We're gonna need some more pickaxes, aren't we? Yeah. I'm gonna head down there while I can to make more pickaxes. I don't want it to be like too flat up there as well. Like, it's gonna look like really weird. Can you stop moving in my direction, please? Thank you. Now let's slowly drop all of these on the ground. Now we're gonna set these 2 torches in here for now, and while I slowly put all of these along here, then we can drop this coal right in here. We can throw this over here, just like that. So now what we can do is we're gonna have to like we can utilize this as like a way in that we can make this like an easy way into this mountain, and easy way into here, go up through here. We can have like a bottom area for like different things. We could have, ooh, what if we had like a coffee and tea shop below, right? That would be kind of cool. You know, like, we also have like the main part of like, we have like the main bakery over there, right? That's just part of like a smaller town. This is going to be a different town, etc. Right, they're really close together, right? So they're kind of like neighboring towns. Which nothing bad's ever happened with that. Uh, I say as history is full of examples of why that's not a good idea. I mean, like, technically we're not in, like, the same parts of history as we used to be as well. I wonder if we take all of, this. Like, once we, like, clear out the entire forest, which, by the way, it's gonna look very dull and bare for a while, so, like, which is why I'm kind of, like, not very excited for that, to do that. Like, I mean, like, technically, like, there's, like, too many trees at this moment. So we're probably just gonna try to, like, get as many trees as we can. We're also going to be needing a ton of gravel as well for our roads. I mean, like, cobblestone also works for the road. I don't know exactly, like, what I'm gonna be using for, like, my main part of this as a whole. Right, I don't know what I'm just gonna probably just end up lighting it up in the end. Just give it some light and and then I'll, like, figure out, like, how I want to, like, have it, like, sit, you know, like, I think, and then we'll just end up building the Lumbermill, which is just gonna be a bit of, like, stone and, and then we're gonna, like, use, then we're just gonna be, like, using some wood, though yet again I wish we had daub and wattle. I've always wondered why Minecraft never actually had daub and wattle, right? I can't be the only one who's ever wondered why it doesn't have it, you know? Alright, let's not get as many of these as we have on us. We're just gonna and if we like I think if we do all that, there we go. We're gonna be needing that. We're gonna be needing, like, all of the logs from this area. We might have to use wool for the daub and wattle, though. I think that's kind of like what we've always kind of done with it. With, like, the daub and wattle. For daub and wattles, we've kind of, like, always used wool. Right, and just kind of, like, used it as such. Like, this is where we're gonna be putting that. Now if we, like, remove this a little. We could probably also, we probably also, like, oh wow, that is actually a really nice area. That's like a kind of yeah, that's definitely gonna be an amazing spot for an astral observatory. Like, what we could do is, like, we could, like, use this as, like, a way to, like, head over through here into, like, another district. Right, so we will have like the main district over there, which is where I would live. Then we'll have like this district over here. We'll have where we can see an entire bridge over to a district over here and a district over here. There'll be districts all the way throughout there. There'll be a partially underground. There'll be like an underground district in the mountain, carved in the mountain, which each with their each of them with like varying separate cultures, etc. Like some of them, like I might end up like making a heavily. I'm gonna end up making a heavily wooded area that is just filled with like that is filled with like maybe like that is like gonna be an entire location that's entirely just a coven, right? For like it's where like you'll have like where all like to where like all witches live and stuff like that. Why am I punching this? Oh well. It'll be alright. Wait, did I bring the fact that I did not bring an axe is crazy. It's crazy work. I think the main part of this is we might end up going like right, we're probably gonna have the main part of the Lumbermill like right along here. I think we're gonna have to like find like a spot to put the windmill for this, so that way like so it looks like the windmill is like the way that they used to, well, properly. We're gonna have like the main area where you can order in your lumber. Alright, right here is where you'll be able to order the lumber. Be able to order the lumber at this tiny little checkout area. This tiny little area to like, you'll just tell them how much lumber you need, right? And they'll give you a quote, for what? Give you a quote for the lumber you need. And what we can do is we can do something along like this. And we're gonna be needing like a bit of like these right here. We're gonna then make some. We're just gonna then just have like these be entire rows of lumber. We can then bundle. We could use the thing that we can then have it make it look like it's actually like bundled together. I believe all we use for that is the minecart tracks, I believe, normally. Alright, now that we have all of this, and alright, we're gonna have to end up making all of that. I think the main part of this is now we need, so let's make 3 bits of these. So like this is gonna be where all of this sawing is being done. And like you're not gonna be able to end up seeing back here anyway, so like which like you're not gonna end up going back there anyway, so like it's gonna be all like part of its own little like area. So if we this all along like that, which they usually end up just taking your coin up here, so that way they can end up start to like processing your lumber and such. Because like whether it be just like log, whether it's just like, oh yeah, you just need a bit of logs, or oh yeah, you need planks, they can go out of their way and, well, alright, and just like this. Okay, we're gonna have to grab some more of those after I get... Did I... What? I don't remember pressing F. I didn't press F at all. That wasn't me. I can tell you that. Huh. Ooh, spooky. Oh, I'm joking. I'm joking. That's weirdly... That's... But yeah. I think, the next part is let's grab as many of these as I can. We're going to be needing these, some of these, I wonder how many, I wonder if I can make enough of those. I should be able to, like it makes 16 per, correct? Means I only need like 2 crafts in total. And, which I feel like that might need to be propped up just slightly, maybe. I'll probably do that later, though. Let's see here. We'll end up having to also, like, take all of, like, these here. And, we'll end up having to, well, take those elsewhere. I think, like, the main part of this is we're gonna go back here, which, let's see here. Do we have, oh. Aha, there it is. That's... Alright, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of these, and let's see how many of these we can get. Oh, it's 16 per. Alright. You know what? That's fine, actually. Why did I think it was to... Oh, wait, I forgot I was thinking I was thinking of a whole different, I was thinking of a whole different, I was thinking of a mod, like, Railcraft. My brain's thinking in Railcraft terms currently. It's like, oh yeah, all I need to do is get there. Oh yeah, all I need to do is like 1 or 2 crafts, but like, and then I'll have to like get like I should get, or no wait, it's like, which my brain's like, no, which when you have like 2 conflicting parts of your brain, it's like, this isn't modded, this isn't modded, this isn't modded, and the other side's just like, it's 32 actually. Every time. It is probably one of the Alright, and just like that, now we have all of those. Now we kind of have these like strapped. Now they kind of look like strapped down. Ooh, wait, what if I like, wait, what if I kind of like had like a bit of like lumber between them that they just like kind of like strap down between, like strap down like that. Yeah, now they look like they're kind of like strapped into the ground. They kind of look like they're now strapped into the ground. There we go. Now that we have the now that we have this all done, we can then take this and I just saw some. I could have sworn I saw something black there. Like it looked like the entire ground was like black there for a second. I was like, what? I don't know. It could have been like a weird lighting thing. I don't know. Sometimes lighting is weird in this game, dude. Like, I am not even joking. Moon. Or is it? I think what I'm gonna do with this area, right, is I'm gonna take this, and then I'm gonna... These are gonna be the outer edges of this, so which means, like... Okay, I'm gonna have to move this outwards one. Gonna have to move this out by one, which is okay because like kind of have to anyways. Like I just want to like make it way easier to, well, oh. Alright, let's slowly start to move this. Let's like push. Now that we have all that pushed back, we should be able to then make this area look quite nice. I think another oh yeah, usually you would have that on like either like stone or another type of like plank or whatever, or on like just that way like it doesn't like rot. I might end up just making that entire area that it's resting on entirely stone. Which I think if like we made this entire area along here just stone, that would look quite nice, and then we can just like have like a way over through here, and we have ourselves this. Alright, and we're gonna make at least this part partially made of it too. However, back there it's just gonna end up being stone because like that's where you're working with like all of your lumber and timber. Because like the lumber and timber is I think we're gonna end up doing this just like that. let's make 5. Let's have like 5 of these all the way along here. Nothing wrong with that. And then we're gonna have to have like entire like walls dedicated to this. Two entire walls like dedicated to our like wooden products and wood and stuff. Like we can have sticks along here too as well. Alright, I think if we 2 and then 1. Alright. So like roughly like 4 more. This is 3. There we go. Then we can. There we are. Now we have all of these to where like we can have this one dedicated entirely to planks. We can have like this wall just entirely just raw lumber. Have this wall all the way across to be entirely just raw lumber. And what we can do is we should go like that and go like that. Even though I know this isn't fully lit. It's still easier to see now. It would be, which another thing that would be kind of nice is we could have like, we're gonna have, so then we'll have like this one, we'll have this one be entirely dedicated for like raw lumber. And then once we have that, like we're probably gonna like put a couple more of those chests on top. What if I made like 2 stacks here of this, which should give me roughly 16 chests to work with. Because all I need is like, I might end up moving I might end up moving all of our raw lumber here, right? And then down here is like gonna be like all the different types of like processed lumber. We'll have like this one entirely just for like processed lumber that's processed into a chest. And then we can have one that could be entirely stairs. It's like processed all into stairs. Let's grab some of this. Then we can have, I think the next things up is we could also have some signs as well. So we could have, alright, so like this one is entirely dedicated to the stairs. Then we'll have signs. And I think that should do it actually. Like, so which means we'll have, yeah, okay. let's put like this over through here. I'm gonna. All right, let's go ahead and then we have doors. And then we'll have like this, like we have that one on top of there that is just dedicated to that. We have these, which we're probably just going to end up making another chest, like like we don't have to worry about that. Alright, so like this right here is like doors, as you can see. So right along here we have this, we have this, and then we will have this over through here. Then we'll have like that right there, these right along here, and like, yeah, I know, like this is, I know, like one of those are let's go ahead and like break all of this into that. Well, so we have all of that just like that. And then we can place our doors right there, and then we have some signs all the way across here. So like the Lumbermill looks like it's processing certain things and has some sort of, and has a little bit of a backlog, right? I think it kind of like adds to it, right? Like it having like sort of a backlog kind of like adds the fact that like, oh yeah, they've been really hard at work, like making sure they have. Alright, and just one more, just like that. Let's grab this, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now all I'd have to do is, well, let's at least get the roof on real quick. Oh no. And I should also, as well, at least get this going. And, hey look, sheep. I might actually be able to have a lot of this done just by, punching all the sheep along here. Oh, my phone just buzzed. My phone buzzed. I wonder where it's from. Why did my brain just immediately just go to like Blue's Clues? Oh my gosh, like I haven't, like I don't think I don't haven't like watched Blue's Clues since I was like a child. So like that was like years ago. It was like, oh my gosh, like the amount of time ago that with how long ago that was. Oh my goodness, like that's so long ago. Alright, and just like that. we're gonna have to, well, do that. Like, because I'm probably just gonna use full blocks for the ceiling as, like, for the roof, because, like, the thing is with, like, and then what we can do is we can do something along like this. Just along here, we can go ahead and slowly start filling this out. We're like, I mean, like, this shouldn't be like that crazy. Like, it's a, I think we should, like, let's see here. I mean, like, we've got a ton of, like, wood and such. Oh my gosh. Should probably also, like, build the mason. So at least people know where, like, where all the masonry and such comes from. Where all like the stone and stuff is processed. Which, like, would be kind of, it would be really cool. Like, I have no idea where I'm gonna put the masonry, though. Ouch. Like, I think, like, I do not understand why this says, like, I don't understand, like, why it, like, sometimes clicks twice. But I guess, like, it kind of, how? Like, you weren't even, why are you doing this? Please. Okay. Just fell off, I guess. Which, like, I mean, like, there's a lot of these, Alright, so if I go ahead and do this, then do that, and then I go like this. What? I didn't even hold it down. Okay. There's, like, way too much of, like, this is, like, why is it so easy to place it 3 times? Sometimes, but then other times it's like, oh, yeah, you can't do that. I don't get it. Why do you do that sometimes? Like, all I'm clicking right click is once. That's all that's all the times that I'm clicking that. Like, I swear, like, I can't actually, like, have it, like, click, like, only once and that's it. We're gonna end up making this a little taller as well. I'm gonna end up making this a little bit taller. That means, like, we'll also be able to, well, for the inside, which, like, for this being the inside, we'll have the, we can also, like, which we're also going to be able to put one more on top, which is just going to be absolutely wonderful. just like that. Now we have everything here. Now I have like all of like the main bits done. Just need 3 doors, I think. Think we're gonna be using the Lumbermill for the first time to like actually like utilize all of the lumber in here. Like, I'm slowly trying to like make my crafting area like outside of the main area, so that way like we have like everything be its so it like every area is kind of like its own little section, essentially. Like all like the stonework will be in the stonework area, etc. I think it kind of like then it feels like more adventurous to do something like that, you know? Because like then like it looks like I'm going out to like either like order some or like order some stone, etc. It's super it just feels good in the end. And then after we gather some stone, we can plot out a stonemason somewhere. Could put it somewhere nearby, which I think would be which I think would be also quite nice to put it close to it. Oh yeah, I forgot about ladders. Yeah. Do I have any more? Alright, I'm gonna be needing some of these. After I make some more torches. So that way we don't have like anything like being too dark. We'd also need to make a glass blowing area as well. We also need to make a glass blower. Because like glass blowers are literally some of the most important people in a society who makes glass. Like, especially since glass is like some of the most useful materials, especially here on Earth. Like you guys use a lot of glass, and then there's like some people who take some of their some of the stuff some of their techniques to the grave. Essentially, it's like well, you guys give dwarves and elves a run for their money, I guess. Oh, come on, I can do this. Yeah, there we go. Like, I do like the way that this feels along here, having that. Though yet again, we're gonna have to light this up. No matter what I do. This will prevent, like, random monster spawns, especially, like, whenever I actually remember to, well... So right along here, we can do that. Alright, and along here, we can have a torch here, and a torch here. Throughout here, we can place a torch like that, and like that. Just like that, and just like that, we have another set of chests that can Ooh, wait, what if we like had like we just had like this one for unprocessed lumber, and then we just had like this right here for like, yeah, looks good, looks good, that looks good. Yeah, this is most definitely going to be, yeah, look at all that. We've got our then whenever we no longer need those chests in some of those areas, we can like actually like move them back. Like as an example, like I think the after we finish that area over there, I can like break the chests down and move them. And that's going to be, and that's going to end up looking really nice along there. Oh, let me quickly go like that. There we are. So while we have that, we can we also should probably make the stonemason while we're at it. I'll probably end up making like another one for like minecart related items, right? They'll just Alright, now we just gotta like head along through here and we can then if we like make a and so now we'd have now we have that. Ooh, like what if we had like the stonemason up there as well, right? Or we had like the stonemason like below like the town hall or something. So like we have at least some type of light along this path. Because I know like my pathways aren't like very well lit. They'll eventually have to be fully lit. I think a main, which like as soon as we have that, we're gonna need to give the stonemason a ton of storage, like a whole section, like entirely for storage. And then we can use like, we're gonna have like 3 chests of each and every single thing that could be made of stone. Which like from like cobblestone to stone slabs to walls to like gravel. You know, like there's a ton of stuff that we'd have to have like stone be made to be for like stone and such to be made for. And I think, and then like I still need to also go and clear out all of those as well. You know, this bridge almost feels like an aqueduct. Though yet again, I know Minecraft doesn't quite have the stuff for making an aqueduct, for making aqueducts, which would be really nice if it did, though. It should. Then we'll have to like take the wool and such and kind of like split it between like somebody who would make wattle and daub and other places. I'm gonna need to also move all of these over to the baker, to like the food court area, which are like oh wait, actually I can add like the stonemason along the path between yeah, okay, I have an idea. I already know where to put the stonemason actually. Okay, so you see along that path. So okay, so you see along this path how whenever we walk over through here, right over there is the lumber mill. We could put the stonemason right there. put a stonemason right along there. So a stonemason would end up, so like we'll have like all of our stonemasonry be done there. And have like a whole, and then we can like have like a stone warehouse. It's like right over, like we can clear out that tree, all the trees there, flatten it, and then make like a warehouse for all the stone, like for everything related to stone. It would be it would look really good. That's going to be that, and really? Okay. I should no. Okay. Should probably have. Alright, so now that we have the main bits of. Now that we're slowly putting all of our food over here as well, I'm gonna have to, well, find a way to start farming a ton of stuff to make bread. And now what we have to do is head along through here, and now we should be able to like, now we should make like some type of love how like I haven't had to like go mining like much at all, just because like I've noticed that let me book it. Alright, so that's like the cobble gen. Eventually I'm gonna have to like which like the sand's gonna have to go to another area. I've noticed that like my cobblestone supplies here are almost like they're dwindling. Oh. Then over here we have like this gravel and such. Oh, we're gonna like try to like make the masonry look quite nice over there. My idea is I'm gonna take a oh wait, I don't think I'll have like the which like oh yeah, I need to do I have anything else I can burn for that area? No. Apparently not. I don't want to use my wool, but I guess I will. Besides, I'll end up getting more coal anyways, so and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be making a ton of these. This is going to be for the main floor. And, I think, which, then we can also take all of these and move them with me all the way back there. Yeah, like, and then we can, eventually we'll have, more of those, hopefully. Like we can have, like, make it look like he's also processing the gravel and such. Flint, I have no idea where, like, I think, like, we're gonna put those in, like, the, quote, napping area. and oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of areas here. There's gonna be a lot of these, and I'm gonna have to end up lighting up entire areas. I think after I light up all, oh yeah, we can use this as like the way over through here. Yeah, that'll be great actually. That'll work wonders actually. While we slowly have a more lit path towards some areas which need lighting on the pathways. There we go. Now that we should have some light along the way on all our paths, which will make it. I think that pig fell. We're gonna have. Okay, yeah. Well, let's. Okay, yeah. We're gonna have to make a bit of. I'm gonna borrow some of these for. So now I'm gonna be needing a few axes to begin with. Because otherwise, like, we're not gonna get much else anyways. Anyway, we're gonna have to put away this dirt real quick as well. And then I think, like, oh, that was a pig. I was like, is that fire? And I realized, like, no, wait, fire doesn't look like that in this version. Like, there's, I would have to, like, I think, like, okay, nothing here. Let's go into this dirt. Let's go on. The amount of dirt here is, the amount of dirt in this area is immaculate. It's crazy. Lots of dirt. Alright, so now that we have that, let's head over through here and we should be able to then cut down all the trees within the area after I return these stakes over to here. I'll find a place to put all these trees that are just like going to be more decorative. Alright, and now we should have all of this heading along here. You know, that does look real, you know, like, I am quite proud of that. I think the next thing over through here is, well, let's go ahead and start clearing out more trees, because otherwise, like, because we're gonna need to clear out literally every last bit of tree in this area, so that way, and then we can return it to the Lumbermill. This is a very, very awkward place to start building. But this is just gonna be like the main stonemason area for, like, they work on the stone and And like we might have like some immediate on standby in here, like a chest like filled with like each and everything that it like a chest with like one of everything that the stonemason makes. So like we'll have like all the different stone block types throughout here, and what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna, yeah, this is yeah, we're gonna have to like completely clear this area. And I think the best way to I have no idea. I'd have no idea that that was there. Probably did, I just forgot about it. But like, I forget about a lot of things with this world. Like I think there's an iron pickaxe in the mines. I don't know, but I don't know if I grabbed it or not. Well, yeah, last I checked, there was probably there's probably for all I know, I could have a full. For all I know, I could have like 8 stacks of iron in the mines, and I just won't know about it because like I forgot that I even had, because I sometimes forget I have a mine from like day 1 and such. Which this is going to, well, be us, well, this is gonna be our next little while of mainly clearing out trees, right? We should probably also like have like, ooh, could you imagine like an entire like lumberjack area where like they're just like, okay, yeah, like like they just like plant trees and such. I have an idea. Okay, so we know about this area, right? And however, like we have the Lumbermill. What if we have like what if we have like another what if from over here, right, we make a bridge, right, traveling all the way over there, and we just have that be an entire lumber farm, essentially, right, which, like, yeah, it's probably not the best place for the lumber farm, but, like, I'm probably not gonna always be living over here anyway, so, like, it's a, but yeah, like, it's always good to have your entire world connected to where like you can find all, so that way if you like die you can find your stuff. It makes it way easier, especially like that's kind of like, I feel like that's kind of how like old Minecraft was like meant to be. It's like, oh yeah, you kind of gotta like make sure you have enough things established so you can go find your stuff. Makes it, and it'll make it easier to find your stuff. You'll have pathways from here to here. And like modern Minecraft, I just kind of don't do that, I guess. I don't know, like I like severely limit my block palette even in modern. Like, plus like I don't really need like a crazy block palette. And then we're just, and then the moment we go into a vintage story, I'm suddenly just like, oh yeah, I know exactly what I want to build. Like, I mean, like, which means, like, I mean, like, to be fair, like, there's such a thing as having too many options, but also too little options, and there's such a thing as having, like, too little, and there's such a thing as having enough options that it's, like, not gonna cause problems as well. There's a lot of different, like, I feel like Minecraft for me is like like old Minecraft is like, okay, So like there's enough blocks here for me to like not get decision paralysis, right? But there's also like, and then modern is just like, okay, there's too many blocks. Too many blocks to think about. And then vintage story is like, okay, so I have this available to me right here. Like, I could choose to go ahead and find this block, but I'd have to go adventuring for it. Or I could do deal with what I have locally around me. Since I currently do not have that. Since I currently do not have this from my block. Okay, so like there's like, okay, so my main rock around me is conglomerate, right? So like let's say the main like rock I have is conglomerate. So it's like, okay, so I have conglomerate and I have conglomerate, maple, and birch. It's like, okay, I can deal with this. Conglomerate, maple, birch, and pine. Okay, which means like I don't have and it's just like, okay, like it's like, okay, so like, and it's just like, okay, then I have a couple bits of walnut. It's like, okay, I'm gonna use this walnut for mainly accenting. Nothing too crazy, and mostly just the furniture on the inside. And then I can use this, then I'll end up using like the maple and the conglomerate for the outside portion, since I have the most of these. So I have more of these, so it's like, okay, and then I'll use like pine for like the walls, and then the floor I'm gonna use a nice little birch. I'm gonna use a bit of birch. I'm gonna use birch for the floor, just because that looks good. And that's kind of like how I like usually plot things out in games. Look at all these cyan roses here. Alright, so now all I'd have to do is like slowly remove all of these as well. Do I have shovel? I do have a shovel. That should speed this up just slightly. Like the amount of like I can still see some iron in there. And if we head along through here, I think a lot of I think there's just like eventually I'll have to, currently right now I'm not gonna be attempting to get like any yeah, alright, then we can grab this as well. Alright, we're kind of running out of inventory space here currently. I think like we're gonna have to like go out of our way and actually like find a spot for all of these where I'm gonna put all of these saplings. Some of them I'm gonna have to burn though, like get rid of. I don't think I can use them as fuel. Back to the clouds are going through. That is crazy. Mm. Alright, so for now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all these in here, just like that. Now we have like 31 of those. I'm gonna put these in here for now. And while I grab all of these, I can grab this and boom, there we are. Now we have some little bits of stone that I can then that I'm then going to be using for like the main part of like the roof. Right, now I can use a bit of like timber as well. Like maybe make some cross braces. I don't know. I don't know if it'll look good, but like, well, but we can always try. We might end up making this. We're gonna need. Let's see if I have any more shovel. Let me see, let me make a couple more shovels if I can. I'll end up putting some of this stuff I have into the quarry area. We'll probably not make the mason's hole. Alright, so at the moment we do not need that. I mean, like, I could use some of this for... Well, let's try and, like, fill that area in a little. Like, that center area in, because, like, I do not need it to be... You know, oh. No, No! Keep moving my, I keep end up moving my thing a little too far, right? Or like not far enough, and then it ends up like there we go. So that way we can have this be like this. Me like legitimately burying an entire cross underneath all of this because I don't feel like filling it in. So all I did was just like light it up. But yeah, like I mean like there should be now that we have this, we should be able to then just clear off the rest of this. And I think the main part of the I think the main part of the building is we're just gonna go like that, like a big like a wide open area, so then we can like then we can actually wait, it'd be kind of more fun if we had like a step up, right? Or if you like stepped up into the area, so like all I'd have to do is like grab a workbench over through here, head over to a workbench area, head over, grab a workbench from the lumbermill. Like I know like this is probably a lot longer, it takes a lot longer to like get stuff, but like I feel like it's more of like gives me a reason to walk around. So like we're just gonna like pretend like this is all. I need to like let me go and get that there. like, imagine, like, having, like, things exclusively, imagine, like, eventually we'll have, like, all of, like, the wood stuff processed mostly in there, right? Eventually I'll, like, have, like, to where each and every single one of those has at least, two full, things of everything, two full of each of the, okay, let's go ahead and utilize this. Alright, then we're gonna take 12 of these, and now we're gonna make some of these, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make some, isn't gonna end up using, actually, wait, I don't need to make that, actually. Oh. Alright, so that way it looks like the stonemason went out of their way and kind of made their floor, kind of like made a custom floor for themselves. And what we're gonna need is we're gonna be needing some shovels, and alright, so while we slowly take down all of this dirt, now that we have all of this being, alright, which, like, I mean, like, we don't technically need this to be a massive area, like we don't need it to be we don't need the, like, we do not need, like, them to have, like, a massive stoneworking area. Like, it just needs to be large enough that it, like, fits all of their stuff, and oh my gosh, sorry about that. My entire brain just, like, died for a second. Like, I have it where sometimes my brain just, like, dies for a second, and it just, like, almost, like, it almost, like, takes a second and reboots itself. I think just one more along here and we'll be good. Yeah, let's have this go like that, and then we can... Alright, so then we'll have this along here, and we can go like that, and let's start by doing this. Which, like, because, like, this is just going to be, like the, foundation almost. It's gonna be, like, the basic foundation. It's not like I need it anywhere else. So, like, I think what we're gonna use for the top part... we're gonna have we're gonna go like this, and so then we can break this, let's go ahead and grab our other area. Let's grab this and head along through here. We're gonna put all of these in here for now. We'll put all of this inside of here. I think we might end up using a bit of like, we're gonna end up like using some like wood or something. We're gonna end up using some daub and wattle, I think, maybe. Or maybe just some maybe we'll just like do a wood, a bit of a wood. Bit of some wood maybe. Then we'll have like a nice little because like technically like a lot of us technically like it doesn't need to be made entirely of stone. Oh my gosh. Alright, we're gonna be needing a ton of these. And I probably have not made enough. That's okay, because like you can always make more, because like this is an expensive floor. I can already see it. I can already see that this floor is gonna be a little more expensive than most of my other floors. Because like currently they only make 3 per. And then we can grab these as well. I think like these stone, right? We're gonna end up like we're gonna end up putting over there. We're gonna end up making that like the main floor over there, where like, and then we're probably just gonna like not like have it fully covered, like from like weather and such, right? Because like it's just storing. It's just storing all of that. So like it's just gonna be covered enough to well, ignore weather essentially. Well, this is gonna probably end up being a little bit of an actual like area that would be more suited for everything else. And if we Alright, now that we're slowly now I think we should probably make some more of those as well, because like we're gonna need to make more of them, which now this is going to be making the same amount. It is a 1-to-1 for these, which I mean like I guess is okay for now, but like alright, so now we have this, which then we're gonna have to, well, make right over through here. Like, this is a time-consuming floor alone. This floor alone is quite time-consuming. I should probably also make myself some food as well. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to like pop right off as well. Like, so I can at least get this out in time. I'm gonna finish this floor first, though. So, like, so that will we. So that's at least like that way we can have the floor of the masonry at least done. So listen, the mason's floor has to be done at least quite nice. I think like this I think like this tile looks quite nice. You're kidding. Okay, I hate dealing with pickaxes. I hate dealing with the way that some of these work and with the way tools work in this version. Like, I know like it's not always the biggest deal in the world, especially if it's like something that is easily renewable, or something that there's just so much of. It still kind of sucks though. Alright, so now that we have this all done, I hope your day has all gone quite well, and while we wrap up, I can then make sure I'm gonna have to like heat my tea again. But yeah, I hope you all have a very nice rest of your day. Stay safe, take care of yourself, and make sure to and then if you want, and then take a shower if you need to, and just kind of like relax for the rest of your day, and make sure to stay hydrated, and I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.